Imagine a world where the most powerful empires were not just ruled by kings, but by whispers in the corridors, by the decisions of women hidden behind veils, whose influence shaped the destiny of millions. Welcome to the Ancient Civilizations channel, where today we uncover a story both hidden and magnificent: the women behind the throne of the Ottoman Empire. For centuries, the Ottoman Empire was one of the most formidable forces in history, controlling vast territories across Europe, Asia, and Africa. But beneath its grandeur lay a web of intrigue, ambition, and strategy, built by women who played essential roles in its rise and governance. These women, often confined to the opulent but restrictive world of the harem, were far from powerless. Through diplomacy, cunning, and intelligence, they influenced sultans, advised on policy, and even orchestrated imperial politics. The term harem often conjures up images of luxury, opulence, and mystery. But what was it really like to live within its gilded walls? The harem of the Ottoman Empire was not merely a place of leisure. It was the center of power for women in the empire. Located in the Topkapi Palace, the harem housed the sultan's mother, wives, concubines, and daughters, as well as eunuchs who managed its operations. Contrary to popular belief, the harem was a sophisticated institution. Women here were educated in various arts, languages, and the politics of court life. The harem was a proving ground for influence, where a woman's wit and strategy could elevate her status from a mere concubine to a queen consort. Many of these women came from diverse backgrounds, often as captives or tributes from conquered territories, but they rose to wield unimaginable power. Consider the story of Hurrem Sultan, a former slave who became the legal wife of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent. Hurrem's journey from the harem to the highest echelons of power is a testament to her intelligence and political acumen. Not only did she bear Suleiman's children, but she also became his most trusted advisor. Her influence extended beyond personal matters. She was a key figure in diplomacy and philanthropy, commissioning mosques, schools, and hospitals. The title of Valida Sultan, or the Sultan's mother, was one of the most powerful roles a woman could achieve in the Ottoman Empire. When her son ascended the throne, the Valida Sultan became a de facto advisor, and often the true power behind the scenes. She had access to the Imperial Council, significant influence over state affairs, and control of the harem. One of the most famous Valida sultans was Kösem Sultan, whose story is a riveting tale of power and survival. Kösem became a Valida Sultan during a particularly tumultuous period in Ottoman history. Her intelligence and strategic thinking allowed her to maintain influence across the reigns of multiple sultans. She acted as regent during her son's minority, effectively ruling the empire herself. Kösem's story also illustrates the dangers of power. Rivalries within the palace were intense, and assassination plots were not uncommon. Yet Kösem survived decades of intrigue, becoming one of the most enduring figures in Ottoman history. Her life is a cautionary tale of how women's roles in governance were not only significant, but also fraught with danger. While the sultans engaged in military conquests, the women of the harem often acted as diplomats and negotiators. They built alliances through marriages, influenced treaties, and served as intermediaries between the court and foreign powers. This role required a keen understanding of politics and a capacity for negotiation that rivaled the most seasoned statesmen. Take the example of Safiye Sultan, a Venetian noblewoman who became the wife of Sultan Murad III, and later the Valida Sultan. Safiye maintained correspondence with Queen Elizabeth I of England, fostering a unique relationship between the Ottoman Empire and the English crown. This relationship not only facilitated trade, but also highlighted the important role that women played in international diplomacy. Safiye's influence extended to architecture as well. She commissioned the Yeni Mosque in Istanbul, leaving behind an astonishing body of cultural work. Her story shows how women in the Ottoman Empire used their positions to make their mark on politics and society. Beyond politics, women in the Ottoman Empire were significant cultural patrons. They commissioned major architectural projects, supported the arts, and played roles in religious and charitable activities. These contributions were not merely acts of piety or pleasure. They were strategic moves to protect their works and reinforce their influence. Hurrem Sultan, for instance, established numerous charitable foundations, including mosques, soup kitchens, and hospitals. Her projects not only enhanced the empire's infrastructure, but also strengthened her public image. Similarly, Turhan Sultan, another prominent Valide Sultan, oversaw the construction of the Yeni Mosque after Safiye Sultan initiated the project. The contributions of these women remind us of the diverse nature of their power. They were not just behind-the-scenes influencers, they were active agents in shaping the cultural and spiritual life of the empire. When we reflect on the women behind the throne in the Ottoman Empire, we see a story of resilience, intelligence, and influence. These women defied the constraints of their time, shaping an empire that spanned continents and centuries. Their stories challenge us to rethink traditional narratives and recognize the important roles women played in shaping the world.